Okay, so I'm going to ask you to send energy. We all know how to send energy. It's to send love from your heart. So to open up the face, to pull on the light, to fill us and surround us. Thank you, down. I call on Archangel Michael to hold space and to create a sacred circle for us to be able to experience this today. You're coming through already. Thank you, Deb, for holding space and looking after me. Deb's going to do a little guided meditation just so that I can bring Anya through. So if you guys want to just join with her, and then after everyone can open your eyes, and then we'll work with Wendy. Is that right? Okay. Okay, so over to you, Deb.
Okay, I'd like everyone just to close their eyes, please. I'd like to take a nice deep breath. Take it in, hold it. Now let it out. Let it out through your mouth. So let it go out. Take it in again. And hold it again. And let it out. This time when you take your breath in, draw in some white light. So you've got white light coming in. It's coming into your throat. Now let it out. And draw back in that white light again. And take it down into your heart this time. Open your heart space. Let it out again. And now I want you just to breathe normally, and I want you to imagine that white light in your heart space. Open that heart space. Sit there and reflect on your heart space with your white light. Just slowly, slowly. You can see your heart. It's pounding with beautiful white light. It's spreading that white light around us, circle now. It's starting to move the white light from you to the person to your left, and it's starting to go around the room. You can see the white light running around. It's starting to go around everybody, and making a beautiful white circle, holding our space within that circle. We're protecting these at the same time. We hope that they're going to ask Brandis to come through.
We are ready.
Okay.
You've done a wonderful job. We are there is big energy here. At least we're struggling to attune to the Balinese energy. There is very much in the spirit.
You can open your eyes now.
We're very excited to be here, to be able to commune with you and to bring through messages to help you with your experience. And we are receiving
my best is what I can do to improve my relationship, my current relationship, to bring in happiness and respect and appreciation.
The first step is having with the. We just need to slow down the energy. Lisa is feeling concerned because she does not have her channel crystal. We are telling her she doesn't need it. She didn't bring it. She likes to have things to hold on to in order to connect with us. We are here whether she believes she needs tools or not. So we're just helping her to acclimatize to the energy. The desire is the first step. So knowing that you want to harmonize your relationship with others, the first step. And it is also about being present with one another and bringing your joy into the relationship, and also allowing him to express himself in the way that he feels he brings his joy. Sometimes two of you can get lost in serving one another and you lose yourself in the relationship. And so we're feeling very much like there is a part of you that is, we feel as though, and we say this with utmost respect, it is as if you put yourself in a box and the lid has been closed, and here you've opened it to the side. And it's like, I feel safe in this environment to understand, to explore who I am, and I'm wondering how I can bring that back into an environment where it has not been supported in the past. And so we are recommending that you take gentle steps when you go home. We find that when people have a liberating experience outside, they come wanting to keep a hold of the energy of this experience back in the home environment. It cannot be, because here you're outside of the home environment, you're away from all the responsibilities, yet everything that you have to do, and to bring massive change into your relationship, we feel would cause a disturbance, okay, because the one that you're with needs things to be done. We want to stay in order. Does this make sense to you? He needs to know what is happening, and so to suddenly come in like a whirlwind, which is what you've unleashed an aspect of yourself while you've been here that has been long since dormant, and it's liberating, and we want you to feel more and more of that. So we feel that the best way that you can do that is to have a safe place for you to explore the new you as you're becoming, and then slowly letting see that part of you, so that it's almost as if he was in finding the right words to explain it to you so that you can understand. It is about gently allowing you to acclimatize to the change so as not to cause a disruption. But from your perspective, the part of you that you've gotten in touch with whilst you've been here is not one we would recommend you let go of. We're just leave the door open and know that anything that you can do when you're on your own to celebrate and to acknowledge this part of you. There is a very strong female relationship here. The sister, when you go to your sister's house, be the open you that you have become, be the confident you that you have become. She will very much encourage this with you. So there is a safe place where you can explore this aspect of yourself, and we do not feel that the home environment will be open to it. It needs a gradual shift. Does this make sense to you? Is it?
Yeah, it like the change. It's too disconcerting, and he wants me to be happy.
It's the balance.
And
I might be difficult to believe it's it. There is, we say this lightly, but we feel you are ready to hear it. We will ask you, are you ready?
yes, I'm ready to change and be more okay.
We want you to know that you are not the problem here. You are not the one that needs to change. We say this with absolute love and respect. You've done enough changing. You need to unchange. You need to be you, not adapt to the other. See, and we understand it is complex, so we're treading gently. We understand the complexities within this relationship. So it is about figuring out who you are, and we want to say there's a very fragile part of your sense of self-worth that has been, when one is controlling a relationship, one becomes submissive in a relationship. See, and so we're wanting you to find yourself and build your security, and that can be done gently over time. We don't want to go out of the frying pan into the fire, you see. So it's about just gently making small changes. Go with the path of least resistance. We'll quote Esther Hicks, going to the path of least resistance. It's about finding a way where you can tune into the liberated you, and then gently letting get to know that you're right at the core of his being. He wants you to be, but at the core of his being, he doesn't know what that looks like for you, and his fear will be triggered by that, because he feels then that you won't need him. So there's a dependency there in the relationship, which cause the fear from him, and that will cause a disruption to come in. So do you understand why this is a sensitive matter for you? We give this with love for you and wanting what is best for you, not just for you, but for him also. You see that is a fragile situation. So it is about gently with this. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how to do the coordination between who's next.
Would you like me to do it? Would you like me to do it?
Someone usually facilitates, yeah, because I can't say Anya and then try and find it.
That's awesome. Who else would like to ask a question shortly? Mel? Yeah. it's
So
great.
we just went around the room.
Yeah, you can just go.
Okay, so we'll go now and say in back under it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we are ready.
I'm wondering if I should be looking for a relationship, or like, am I resisting it? Or am I ready? Yes, or should I be focusing?
We know you know the answer to this question. We know you know you're ready. Yes, what you're asking for is permission. Yes, you have permission. Yes, you are ready. Yes, you have harmonized a lot of your personal growth. You have moved and changed, and we want to. We feel you don't understand the beauty of what you've experienced, what you've been through. You are one that has done the good work, so and not others. The only one of others see that because you're very protected. You protect who you share a lot of the hard sides of your children. This has developed your consciousness in the beginning. Of course, you're ready. You're ready for always. The love you can express and experience here now, and with another. And when you are open, when you are ready, we do not feel you're far off, and you will attract. You will attract the next person. We know that there is an awareness among humans that there is a soulmate, just one perfect partner. We disagree with this. We believe that there are human beings that will come together, that will bring the best out in each other. And it is a co-creative dance where you connect with another soul. You will know in the exchange whether the energies are matched. And then from there is potential and possibility where the two of you can harmonize together and create more of a synergy where you still remain this whole aspect of yourself in expression, getting to share that with them and getting to understand who you are. And out of the experiences of the past, you've launched desires. The universe already knows what it is you're looking for. And we ask for this in something better. So it is about being open. You're right, the heart needs to be open, otherwise we see in the past there's been a wall that's not ready, but we feel like it's been an opening, ready to entertain the idea. And it does not have to be straight into the one you're going to marry. It's just allow yourself to be light with the experience and start with friendship can be a good place to begin so that you can naturally level well this. You know, if it is not, it will be someone just for the experience of companionship. And every part of that you need will be a reflection of your roots. So we feel that there is beingness. Great.
Just give those around your image and then follow.
That's something again. It's like to know my heart. I feel like I'm on the heart, but it's not my heart. You know, I don't feel like. I don't feel like you go through life, what am I going to be when I grow up? Well, I still don't know what I'm going to be when I grow up. So just kind of, yeah, need some direction in what my heart would be. I love what I do, but I'm not ready, but use that one come up in the process.
The thing with the weddings for you is that it gives you multifaceted ways to express yourself. You cannot be contained in one role. You get very bored, and anything that is stagnant or has your wheels spinning, you get very frustrated. So there is that. It offers you multiple opportunity. You have the creative side, you have the administration side, you have the marketing side. This you could do with some work on. It is understanding the opportunity to share what it is that you do with others so that they can find you. Simply if they do not know you were there, then they will find you. So that's coming into the room in that regard. we see multiple paths in having for you. There is. Best guidance we can give you in this is follow the path of joy. If something lights you up and you're enjoying the experience of it, it's not always going to be perfect. There will be bumps and detours on the journey, but ultimately the draw is that feeling of satisfaction when you are in the exchange. It's not to say that it's easy. The work of the soul is not necessarily easy. There will be a sense of satisfaction. We see this with you when you're standing and all the organisation is being done and all the stress that we understand is a stressful role, which is why we recommend that you bring in nurturing exchanges and experiences so that you can refill your cup, because you are giving a lot of yourself to others, and we're feeling this is that part of the exhaustion that you're feeling where it's like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I feel so exhausted all the time. Yes, it is what you're supposed to be doing. Yes, it's exhausting because it's your work. Yes,
And the other side of my work, which I do my daily, the bread and butter. That's the conflict that I have. That I don't want to do. But I understand that there's that.
There's a transition time, yes.
Yes, so it is building, and there's a lot of resistance from my husband. It's like we're not working. So
His concern comes from another experience that is just being based, and he just needs a little time to come around. Because as long as it is designed for you to see. So when you're doing what you love and you're making a difference with the couples and you're bringing it, there's other areas we'll see you expand into, which you know about when you're ready. There's other things that you can bring into this. You are a multifaceted entrepreneur, so it will not be just one thing. You find multiple things that will excite you in your endeavors. We do say just watch out for the shiny objects in your end. Sometimes you take on too much, forgetting about the other responsibilities. So you will need to, at times, you'll see you'll go through a wave and you'll go through taking on too much, and then you go, okay, something needs to shift. Then you'll release some of this, and then you'll come back and you'll be able to take on more and then release some of this. We see it being done in stages for you because we feel like your energy will do, because you have a high stress, okay, your energy will do better with small steps, not just cutting. That would put too much pressure, which would stagnate your creativity, because you're going to fear, see, and then the fear and the stress in the mind will try to take over, and you need your heart and stop. So you need your heart and flow for you to feel.
can I incorporate this into that?
This
time is work.
running retreats.
Not my running retreat, this is spiritual side.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. And you'll be there as you find your area of expertise and whatever lights your heart up. You'll draw people that are just like you in to do this work. You'll be people that are looking for that spiritual aspect that can come into, you know, what a beautiful foundation to start a marriage. When there is an openness and a connection to the spiritual aspect as a blessing for their soul. And yes, you can work with energy. In the land, you can work with the energy of the space that you create, and that can be seeded right from the very first thing that you create, right from the very first meeting that you make. You already do this work because you're a healer. When you work with new people just beginning in their marriage, you have a wealth of knowledge that you share with them. All of this, everything that you've experienced to date, it also informs part of the work. Humans feel that they are all or nothing, and they forget that they are the sum total of all that may not the experiences they've had. So all of that becomes this rich tapestry that you draw upon in order to do the work. And then every couple will bring new experiences and new exchanges. And yes, it's not a head job for you. The mind is definitely a part of it, but it's a heart job. And then at the end of it, you'll be like, wow. Definitely. That is what you want. So you could feel it from self, yes. Understand, otherwise you could Okay.
I've had a lot of things showing up on the right side of my body. Shoulder pain, feel broken shoulder, the right knee, I started to move pain. Put on my right side, so I guess wanting to know if there's something I need to be doing differently. Or what is that, what's the lesson of all of that? I know it's something to do with accident, so it's not.
It's actually something to do with the feminine.
Um,
It is the feminine. Feminine is about receptivity. So the right side of your body, it is an overuse of masculine energy. It is an overuse of the giving and being service. So it is everything comes in an energy. It is about finding balance. And there is also a part of you that is felt restricted and that is angry. So there is anger in the body that is manifested in this physicality. You see, frozen shoulder is a weight of the world upon your shoulders. That is also a feeling of frustration. There is disappointment in the past that has caused the mind is very resilient and it almost overrides the emotion. So the emotion has a feeling and the mind shuts it down. So you say this with great respect. There is a very powerful mind here governing this body and this spirit. And so there is a softness that is to be experienced and expressed. When you find softness, it is a softness that will release the stuckness. Understand frozen shoulder is the stubborn, stuck energy. So the opposite of that is where there is the gentle and enlightenment.
How do I tap into that?
You do this with support, right? You do this with support. It's not something that is we feel. Can you do it on your own? Yes. Will it take longer? Yes. We feel the easiest way for you is to allow somebody to work with you to help you. So then you can be a receiving, not in a receiving doing. Does that make sense? You need to, we're very used to being in support of others and therefore always focusing externally on others. And in order to fully receive, we feel it will be easier for you to ask for. How does that feel?
That feels right, but who do I ask? Like I've just got so used to having to support myself. Yeah, anyway, but life has changed. I've made changes in coming here and
We will help you. They support that feels fun. We are here. And we know you love it. The energy, we're shifting and melting to this energy is you can let it, you know, it's just sometimes you need some little space so that you can just surrender in this, release this. And if not us, then you can find some that will often heal the solution. I feel that there will be many that the friendship as well that you are searching for. There's a part of you that is warming to that, and asking and the feeling of that. Be there. So there's much support around you. Much love from us and from this entire group. You know.
I want to know if what I can do to stay on the for my destiny and how much having an intense friendship and how do I do it?
You're already on the path. Cannot get off the path. You're on the path. Yes, your guardian angel. Yes, they've been trying to talk to you. They're always with you, always around you. For you, there's animals that will come into your awareness. You'll get messages through the animals. You're able to focus and see them and notice different animals around the space. Squirrel as it runs across. There's messages there. There's a always doing, always being, always a feeling of high energy with you. High energy, just wanting to collect information, and then it's like fill up with the information and I don't know what to do with it. Just as I said, and like I've got so much energy and I don't know where to go, I don't know where to put it. So it's almost like I'll just keep it and then not take action. It's like that. the desire is strong within you, the energy is big within you. It is just, we feel that it would be better to just focus on one step at a time and breaking it down into small actionable steps. But what happens is sometimes you get too far ahead of yourself and then it becomes overwhelming energy comes big again, and then you just go to this resonate. Probably. So we want to bring the energy back. We want to bring the energy down. The Reiki will be very beneficial for you because it will help you to get into the present, help you to slow down so that you can tap in and feel the energy first. Your guides are there, they've never not been with you. The mind has not known how to tune in and how to feel the presence of your guides. We see you working with the cards. Again, don't do more than one card a day. So we feel like one card a day for a while will give you the insight and the inspiration, time to focus without the mind running away. If you are like Lisa in that, you tend to overthink. This is very much the same. The energy, Reiki is wonderful for the monkey. Yeah, about you. The biggest issue we see here is people say do not recognize. So, and this is part of the emotional feeling because you're getting a sense of all the stuff that everyone here is loving you. And on your birthday, what a beautiful way for you to see just how much of it really wants you. It is time for you to love you. And we know it's not easy, but it's not because it's not, it's just you don't know which part, how do I turn and feel that. Does this make sense? We see as we tune into it's like I'm so in my body looking out, I don't have to reflect back in. Does that make sense? So your joy is coming from loving others. It is very similar to Lisa. Very similar to Lisa. She loves others and puts them on a pedestal. We've been working with her. And the reason why it feels so wonderful is because what you admire in the others that you put up there is within you. You just don't know it. You don't recognize it. And then after a while, that's what it's. So it was about understanding it's time to recognize and then identify. We wanted to give you a specific, because this is what you're asking for. How do I see myself? Because you're seeing through you, not how do I look at me. You understand? We want you to see that everything you love in others, you love big. So you see beauty in others. They don't big. Your capacity to love is, they don't realize. So everything that you admire and that you see and love within others, it's within you. So you're in the stage of your life now where you're bringing you gone and done with the people that are not of that vibration. You've had that lesson that's gone, that's in the past, and that's part of what we wanted to know today. You're not manifesting those friends that hurt you. You've manifested friends here that love you just as you are. And you're ready for that. We're ready for the sabotage of you was bringing in unhealthy friendships. Okay? You're not bringing in unhealthy friendships anymore. That lesson is done. So you know that you do not need to manifest on that level. Understand? It's done. So there's a party that would have held back the love of this group because you would have had that fear that they would treat you the way those in the past have. We want you to know that these people will not. Do you understand? You can open your heart and trust this. And love you just as you. We're just taking some of that away from you, okay, so that you can breathe. You recognize there's a lot of emotion that is old stuff. We're taking that away.
Karen?
Yeah. You're feeling. I can hear.
I need to get a better work-life balance, and I know I need to work on that. How can I work on that? I know what I need to do in my head, but I tend to get caught up in everyday life, and so it tends to get unbalanced quite quickly. That's a bit of
It's very, very easy. It's very, very, very easy in order to bring balance. It's causing a dramatic effect. Are you ready? Don't you change your life? Are you ready? Breathe. You need to learn how to sing. You know this, yes, you know this. This will be more profound, and what you will find is that it becomes easier and easier to say no, because what you recognise is that when you say no to somebody, you're saying yes to them finding their own capacity to sort things out themselves. You do not need to want that everybody. They need to learn how to want those. They have a connection to source, and if not, they will fall on their face and they'll get back up and they'll figure it out. And you'll be there to dust off, them off. Down. It's not your job, not your responsibility. You know, because when you take too much of that on, you're not living your life through the truth as you're supposed to experience. You're actually living other people's lives for them. And what you do is you rob them of their ability to learn from their own mistakes, because you take their mistakes for them, and it just slows down their journey. So what you believe is helping them is actually hurting them. So stop being so selfish. That is important. Yes, that is important. These are lifelong habits. Yeah, this you brought this stuff through in order to clean this up, but you're here so that you can have a shortcut to the solution. It will be easy. You'll find a liberation in this. So when it's a yes, it's a real wholehearted yes. And so when you are available for somebody, don't say no to everybody. You'll be like, oh, so when you say yes, it's a soul yes. And they get the fullness of you, not a half yes, where they get the tired present for you. So you see, they will thank you for it, but there will be a transition period, because there are a lot of people in your life that are very accustomed to you doing things that are a little bit easy. So they'll have to learn to forgive it. So like we said with the other, sometimes these changes are best done gradually, step by step, or you can go into a quick change. That is the decision. You can do it, you can do it the gradual, easy, gentle approach. We slowly start to pull back and slowly start to say no for the things that really resonate, and do what say yes to yourself. We can make drastic changes. Either way, there'll be a cause and effect. And I'm sure you can intuit. One will be easier than the other, but one will be quicker. They'll adapt. Okay? We take the hard approach, but we feel like you find the most peace with a gentle approach, and that way you'll find ties to figuring out which to say yes to and which to say no to, because that also, when you say yes to everything, that also takes time to work out what you do want to do, what you don't want to do. And in the meantime, the benefit of this is you get to know yourself. At the moment, you are Yourself is comprised of multiple others. So you are you with a lot of baggage that is not yours. So it's like you carrying 10 backpacks. And then a trailer behind. So it's big idea, just peeling back. Carry one pretty much. To this room.
Mark?
Ooh, if you did the.
Oh, no. I'd like to know if the path I have chosen is the correct one, and how do I proceed to make it a part of me.
We love that you already answered that question.
Okay, I'll rephrase.
No, sorry. You have your answer, and you just didn't need us to share it with you. You know, this is your heart's calling. You do what we do. Yes, you can feel us with you right now as we're putting our arms around you. Can you feel us? Yes, we're dancing with you right now. We are in celebration with your guides. We are blended with them. We are in support. We are your allies. We know you are a light worker on this planet to help bring love and healing to humanity. That is the sole purpose. That is part of your destiny. That is what you signed up to do. There is so many skills that you have that you've brought through into this life from past lives. There is a small aspect of yourself where you feel unworthy, and we also know that your guides will not allow that mindset to stay for long. We understand the human does not know their potential, does not understand their value or their worth. And we know that the more you're in alignment with your guidance, the more you will see and allow their perspective to come through, as Lisa is demonstrating here with us. Yes, you can do this too. If you choose to, we feel you do want.
Yes, yes, I do.
Yes, it's a Is there another question? How I'm more into this.
Okay, yes, how?
So we would like to ask you for the answer.
Sometimes I don't know I have roadblocks. So I struggle to find my way around slowly.
There's always another option, another place. Yes, very slow. Yeah, and slowly is okay. It's like there is nothing wrong with slow. There is the dance and the weave of life. There is the component of the human aspect that needs to be blended with the soul. The quickest way for you to have this soul communication is to transition. We do not recommend that.
No.
We are playing with you.
I added that.
So it is always a balance between being in the human aspect, and as we do not come in and influence Lisa unless she asks us to, you see. So we're always here, but she has to open for us to come through, and it'll be the same with your guidance. So it is important that you're physically focused. It's important that you spirit where you're ready. You will find the missing piece. You're asking for what is the missing piece. The missing piece is the clients. Because when you have the clients with the questions, then the answers can flow through inserts to the client. So it's just making yourself available. You were unavailable before, now you're available. So just and ask your guidance to bring them in. We will. Go get them. We'll bring them in.
Yes, thank you.
You laughed when I did. Watching the time.
Yeah, I'm watching the time as well.
It's always been of service to.
Watching the time, but okay, so what do I need to know right now?
We just. For all you do. The way that you love. The energy that you put. The effort that you put into everything. We understand that you receive by giving, by being of service. We would like to tell you something, we're just waiting, we're getting in gently. If there's a part of you going, don't tell me. What do I do? That's likely the only you could benefit from being. That's like with the massage, you know, what it is to let go and to let someone love you. Love is all around you. You do not need to wait for it's coming. And yes, you have all the stuff around you, don't be right and right, and everything that you know, because we feel. Trying this is like geometry. There is an alignment with your will in the right time. In the meantime, so doing your heart's work, so much knowledge. And the world is ready for you now, where it was not ready before. The world is ready. There is a huge shift coming in, and you'll be prepared for that. Mainstream. They're coming to spirituality, the mainstream. We do suggest you bring support when the time arrives. You cannot do it all on your own. And as much as you would like to, you will find struggle if you try to do it. When we have finished the session, Michelle, to tell exactly what we just said to you, to Lisa. Make sure you listen. Okay, you need help.
And we need each other.
Yes, this is the divine partnership. This has been brought in because you two are stubborn, so we found you guys will help each other so that you take some of the pressure off. You both called each other through. We helped. We did that. Yes. We have one for you, isn't it? You understand the power that you use? You understand the power that you use? You understand the power that you use? You're ready. This time, you leave service. You are alive, you are here, you have God, it's your spirit looking to you. Be ready? The powerful message is coming.
Okay.
Are you ready to receive? Your apprenticeship is open. It is time to, is okay. Time for you to step into service for these facts. Please, for the people who need you. It is time you are maybe you do not need to be anything other than who you are right now. You are perfect, just the way you are. Humans are allowed to be this humans, you do not need to have it all perfect. Everything is in divine order, you are supported more than you are. You are. This is why the things that are not resonating. Yes, things that are coming in and you just don't feel satisfaction and healing and helping. witness, you're a witness.
I had two new questions. I think so. I'm going to be okay.
You already know. You are more than. Your heart is so big. You have so much love to do. It was not recognized. But it is all as it is. Always is as it is. Neither good nor bad, it just is. And you're ready to just, that's what we do. You surrender the past, leave the past. There is a relationship we feel you navigating, so that there's harmony there for the children. There is an ease coming in regards to the relationship, so that you can move forward and find yourself again, lost yourself within that marriage and in your work. It'll be like the other one in a box. Okay, just contain so that you do not. There's a bigness about your energy. You are a beautiful soul. You have so much light, and others have not known how to be around you because you shine. You shine. You have this natural joy that everybody in the room here feels. Yes, and unfortunately, those that don't have that same charisma that you have seek to bring you down in order to make themselves feel comfortable. This has a poem she will give to you that she wants you to read every day. We want you to remember your brilliance, your light, that you were born to be an illuminated soul on this planet. You have so much light to give. Through your work, you do it. You know you do it. You are a light. So you give so much of yourself, and you do not realize the depth of the love that your son had. The love they feel for you when you were sick. Saw it then. So that's when you were in the receptive mode. So you know deeper. The one that was with you, you did not see. You did not see. You didn't have the capacity to see. So we love him. So you just did not. It was hard to be around you. But not because there was anything wrong with you, because this is. So we take the bit off and just be you. Be you. That means when we say they will, open your heart, play it again, play it again. Will you get hurt? Yes, most likely. I know.
We all do.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. Get your heart broken in a billion pieces. Because guess what? The heart loves, and love is expansive. Comes back together again. It comes back together again. It's broken. Comes back together again. It's broken. Comes back together again. Worse to just hold yourself and contain that. You will find when you try to contain your light and suppress it, get sick. Okay? You're meant to shine bright. You're meant to have big energy. You're meant to have fun. You're here to bring the fun. You're here to bring the light and the joy. Does make sense? So when you give yourself freedom to play and have fun, then the illness. And we feel the resistance, and we feel the sorrow is being expressed in the body, does not need to be expressed through emotions. We would like to help you to shift that if that is what you understand what you mean.
Nice building.
So what needs to happen is your heart needs to send energy through your heart. It was simply visualize this green line, feel no green line. It's feeling into this sense. I don't need it. We understand your emotions are expressed through the physical body. That's how the body expresses the emotion that you are allowing out in the body. That's what it means. So we would like to see you give yourself permission to have a little fire in that. We are in. He's a wonderful person. So you need to be to the group. So I have crying about crying. It was fantastic. Okay.
Thank you, that was you.
Thank you. They're all flaring. Yeah.
Do you remember any of what's inside us?
Yeah, and I feel it all, I see it, I see clearly, I can see you in hospital, I can get images of you going through surgeries. I can see your husband, I can feel the essence of him, not seeing you and feeling jealous, but she wouldn't say jealousy, I just feel the emotion that, yeah. He doesn't have to put you. The poem that she was referring to was it becomes more focused on that because that's where I finished. I could feel just the connection with you and that but I can't remember everything. It's almost like but yeah, my consciousness is present and aware of it, so it's not like I wasn't there. Feeling it.
Do you remember not being able to ask a question?
Do I remember what?
Did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, of course, because I thought they're in role body space. So
Yes, we are.
I know we're going in
And that's
order.
been we're in important role and it's big too.
Typical universe.
But we have to be back here at 1, so
What time is it now?
12:15.
So what time did we say we finish?
Well,
Okay, so
but I wasn't going to stop now because I wanted everybody to have their opportunity. So yeah, you've got like in that to be back there, so they've got 1.
All right, so what do we, need to take our.
So take it from, you don't have to go into temple if you don't want to, I'm going to organise alternate thing, but you do have to be ready to go in their class at 1 o'clock. And if you're not, you're going to be stopping lunch then.